Some people will never say the words, "I'm sorry." No matter how much they hurt you, no matter how clearly they were wrong, they just won't. But that doesn't mean they don't feel it. Because the truth is, people often apologize in ways that have nothing to do with words. In this video, we'll explore the subtle, quiet, often overlooked ways people show remorse without ever saying, "I'm sorry." If you've ever been confused by someone's behavior after a fight or a betrayal, this may give you some clarity. Let's dive in. First, let's understand why some people avoid saying sorry. For many, apologizing feels like admitting weakness. They fear it opens the door to rejection, blame, or even humiliation. For others, they've grown up in environments where saying sorry wasn't taught, or worse, seen as a loss of control. Some carry deep shame or guilt that they don't know how to process. So instead of facing it, they avoid the conversation entirely. But the human heart is wired for connection, and even the most prideful people often feel the weight of hurting someone. So what do? They apologize through actions, through silence, through repair, without confession. 10 subtle ways people show they're sorry, even if they never speak the words. 1. They start treating you gently. Right after the damage is done, they might suddenly become careful around you. Their voice softens. Their attitude shifts. They stop interrupting. They give you more space. They tread lightly, as if trying not to break something already cracked. It's their way of saying, "I know I hurt you. I'm trying not to do it again." 2. They do small acts of service. They might bring you coffee, fix something around the house, offer help without being asked. It's not random. This is often a repair attempt, a nonverbal way of earning their way back into your trust. 3. They check in more often. The person who won't apologize might suddenly start texting more, asking how your day was, checking on your mood. It's not just politeness, it's anxiety. It's their guilt showing up as attentiveness. 4. They remember your preferences. Did they forget your birthday last year? Now they bring up small details you mentioned weeks ago. Your favorite snack, your favorite song. These are "I remember you" moments. Subtle ways of showing care because they can't bring themselves to say, "I was careless before. I'm trying now." 5. They get quiet when they're usually loud. This is a powerful one. Some people, after hurting someone, go quiet. Not because they don't care, but because they care too much and they don't know what to say. It's awkward. It's filled with shame. And silence for them feels safer than trying to find the right words. 6. They try to make you laugh. Humor is a strange thing. Some people use it to deflect responsibility, but others use it to reconnect. A joke here, a meme there, a little playful nudge. This might be their nervous way of saying, "Can we go back to how it was?" It's clumsy, but it's still an attempt to reconnect. 7. They mirror your mood. You're quiet, they're quiet. You're sad, they're subdued. They become more in tune with you, more reactive to your energy. Why? Because they're watching closely for signs of forgiveness, even if they never ask for it. 8. They change the behavior that hurt you. This is one of the most powerful nonverbal apologies. If someone crosses a boundary, and then you notice they are being more careful around that boundary, they are not saying sorry, but they are showing you, "I heard you. I'm adjusting. I want to be better." That's a quiet apology, through change, not words. 9. They defend you in front of others. They may never say, "I'm sorry" to you, but suddenly they speak well of you to others. They protect your name. They honor you behind closed doors. That's often guilt speaking, trying to make up for past wrongs through indirect loyalty. 10. They try to stay close after a fight or a mistake. They don't drift away. They linger, not with dramatic apologies, but with presence. They keep showing up. They stay near. They don't want to lose the connection, even if they're too afraid to talk about it. Sometimes, that's all they know how to do. But here's the tough part. Sometimes, when someone won't apologize, it hurts more than the original mistake. The silence becomes the second wound. You start asking yourself, am I overreacting? Do they even care? Is this my fault somehow? And that spiral is exhausting. So it's important to ask yourself, is their behavior changing? Are they showing any signs of remorse, even quietly? Or are they just avoiding accountability altogether? Because here's the truth. You deserve clarity. You deserve to feel safe. And you deserve people who can own their impact on you. Let's talk about the types of people who won't apologize. Not all silence is created equal. 1. The avoidant type. They shut down because confrontation terrifies them. They fear losing love if they admit guilt. These people aren't malicious. They're scared. And they often live with quiet guilt. 2. The prideful type. They see apology as weakness. To them, saying, "I'm sorry," is like handing over power. These people often grew up in environments where vulnerability wasn't safe. So instead of owning their faults, they protect their ego at all costs. 3. The manipulative type. This is where it gets darker. These people know they should apologize, but they use silence as punishment. Or worse, to avoid consequences. They shift the blame, make you question your memory, turn the conversation back on you. This isn't an apology. This is emotional control. Be careful with this type. They don't just avoid saying sorry. They rewrite reality. 4. The unaware type. Some people genuinely don't know they've hurt you. They're not avoiding apology. They just haven't realized the impact. In these cases, gentle conversation can help. But even then, growth depends on their willingness to reflect. What to do when you're waiting for an apology. Waiting for someone to apologize can become a prison. You hold your breath. You check your phone. You imagine what you'd say if they ever came around. But sometimes they won't. So what can you do? Step 1. Acknowledge the hurt. You don't need their apology to validate your feelings. What happened to you was real. Your pain is real. Say it to yourself if no one else will. Step 2. Watch their actions. Words are easy. Behavior is truth. If they're trying, in small, awkward human ways, you might find healing in their gestures. But if they're just pretending it never happened, that's avoidance, not growth. Step 3. Decide your boundaries. You get to choose what kind of people you keep in your life. If someone can't own their part and keeps hurting you, you have every right to step away. Not to punish them, but to protect your peace. Step 4. Accept that some apologies may never come. This is the hardest part. Some people will carry their guilt silently for years. They'll never say the words. And you have to choose. Do I keep waiting? Or do I start healing anyway? Apologies come in many forms. Some are loud and emotional. Some are silent and subtle. Some never come at all. But here's what matters most. Your healing doesn't have to wait for someone else's words. You can observe their actions. You can set your boundaries. You can feel what's true without needing a confession. And maybe one day, they'll say sorry in their own way. Or maybe they won't. Either way, you are still worthy of love, respect, and peace, even without an apology. If this video helped bring you clarity or comfort, please like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And remember, sometimes silence isn't emptiness, it's a message. Thank you for watching. You are not alone. You are not crazy. And you are not wrong for wanting someone to own their impact on your heart. Until next time, take care of your peace and take care of yourself.